without putting our tinfoil hats on too much. And again, this is from Dr. Grant Gillett. He's on podcast and he'll do podcasts in the future. If you're an adult and you don't have newly erupting teeth and you have normal calcification, you don't have decalcified teeth, fluoride treatments at your dentist are probably not necessary, but your dentist might make a decent margin from doing them.
So our next section we have is a general high yield prepper stack. So these are just things to think about, situations you might want to be prepared for. And the first thing we have is earplugs.
Yeah, not as sexy as a chainsaw and an axe, but earplugs are great to have. It's pretty common that our patients get into situations where they wish they had them and they don't. Probably including myself. If you're at a concert, you might want to bring earplugs. If you're doing shooting sports, you definitely want to have earplugs as well.
If there's a baby crying on the plane, you might want earplugs then too.
Absolutely. Next is eye protection. Exact same reason.
Yeah, it's always good to have. And in particular, when I think of, the situations I would not want to be in without eye protection, I think about snow blindness for whatever reason, because if you're out in the sun in the desert, it's bright, you can look away, you can look down, kind of still see where you're going. But if you're in the Arctic Circle, for example, and it is daytime all the time, and you don't have any eye protection, you cannot look away from the sun because it's also reflecting off of the snow or ice. That's a situation I would not want to be in.
No, certainly so. Next one is good shoes or good footwear. There's a lot of situations that we've taken care of people that have cut part of their toe or part of their foot when perhaps they should have had a steel toe boot, or they've also injured their foot when they're wearing inadequate footwear when they should have had a closed toe shoe.
And this could be as simple as something like not wearing Crocs or slides to the gym. That seems like a good way to get a particularly heavy dumbbell dropped on your foot. And if you were wearing a better pair of shoes, you'd at least have a little bit of protection.
Yep.
So you don't have to wear work boots to the gym, but probably not the slides.
Yeah. Why are flip-flops killing your gains?
Oh, looks like I can't train legs again.
Yep.
That makes 6 months in a row.
Yep. That's a good excuse, I guess. Next is having a good emergency fund in your bank. Bonus if it has a high percentage return.
And this is probably the portion that affects the largest amount of people that maybe not listening to this, but in the general population. Most people don't have an emergency fund or have more credit card debt than they do in their emergency fund.
Yep, that's a pretty good summary. I guess I shouldn't have spent my emergency fund buying zombie apocalypse defense items.
It could be a potential emergency.
Yeah.
If you flipped on the news and it said that there's a zombie apocalypse going on, you'd be very glad that you did spend that emergency fund.
I suppose so. Anyway, or you spent into credit card debt, a fund that you didn't have. Anyway, not to start giving financial advice here. No judgment to anybody that does whatever the heck they want with their finances. Spare tire is our next one, and we had a really different interpretation of what this meant.
Yeah, so zombie apocalypse situation, the spare tire you want to have is around your waist. It may be hard to find food and may be difficult to carry 30 or 60,000 calories with you in food items, so why not carry it on you?
Yeah, I was thinking a spare tire would be a better choice. I guess some people might get Kevlar tires or run flats, but having a spare tire is a good thing to have, and I think that the benefit of not having a spare tire around your waist for health reasons outweighs the downside.
That's true. If you store your fat in the spare tire area around the waist, that's actually a worse place to store it. Whereas if you store your spare tire in your legs or hips, that is generally a healthier fat distribution pattern.
Yep.
Next, we have a battery charger or a battery bank that can jumpstart your car. This will save you at least some time, probably some money if you ever are in a situation where your car won't start. Some of these even come with air compressors. So you could air up a flat tire if you get into a situation where you don't have the spare.
Can also charge your iPhone too. Prevent you from being bored.
So you can post about it.
Yeah, I guess so. Next is a flashlight. Same idea. You can put a tiny one in your keychain. That's actually quite bright. and it comes in handy. Saves you some time. Might not save you your life, but save you some time.
Yep. And then our consult with Dr. Gillett, the dentist, he recommends toothbrush and floss. So, traveling, this is something that you should probably just put in your suitcase and leave it there. Cheap enough to have a travel toothpaste, toothbrush, floss to take with you. Zombie apocalypse, also, you'd want to have a good dentition because there's probably not going to be a lot of dentists in business when the only customers would be zombies.
Yeah, Grant said something about how zombies that tried to bite you with gums wouldn't be very good zombies.
Yeah, so when the water supply goes down and the fluoride is no longer in the water supply, the zombies that are drinking that water, and we know zombies don't have great oral hygiene.
They do not.
They'll be losing their dentition and rendered ineffective.
Yeah, so that's a good thing to look out for. I guess we could just prophylactically pull all of our teeth. That would essentially end the zombie apocalypse, wouldn't it? Unless they could draw blood with their gums. I don't know if that'd be a thing.
Oh, I'd be afraid of the zombie that had dental implants.
Yeah, that's a good point. Anyway, without putting our tinfoil hats on too much, and again, this is from Dr. Grant Gillett. He's on podcast and he'll do podcasts in the future. If you're an adult and you don't have newly erupting teeth and you have normal calcification, you don't have decalcified teeth, fluoride treatments at your dentist are probably not necessary, but your dentist might make a decent margin from doing them. So see a podcast from Grant for more info on that.